I'm Sarah Borkson-Keto here in Los Angeles for REITworld 2019, NAREIT's annual conference. Joining me today is Marcos Alvarado, President and Chief Investment Officer of iStar. Welcome, Marcos.
Morning, Sarah.
So earlier this year, iStar announced a fairly meaningful new strategy. Can you start by discussing the elements of that strategy?
Thanks, Sarah. First and foremost, the thing we're focused on is investing in the ground lease ecosystem through our company, Safehold, which we own 67% of. That's been a very successful initiative for us over the last 12 months. Second is focusing on enhancing our credit profile, which has also gone quite well. And the third is simplifying our story and strategy.
And can you discuss how you performed year to date against those goals? And let's start with your credit profile.
We recently did a $675 million bond refinancing, which lowered our cost of capital, extended our weighted average maturity, and allowed us the runway to continue to execute on our strategy as we extended our maturity wall profile 2.5 years.
So one of the ways you could enhance your credit profile is also by simplifying your business, right?
Correct, and I think we've listened to shareholders over the last 2 years. iStar is involved in a handful of business, structured finance, lending, the net lease business, our development portfolio, and Safehold. And that story is somewhat complicated, and so we've taken the initiative to accelerate the disposition of our legacy development portfolio and recycle that capital into the ground lease ecosystem. So we think we are generating a high return on equity by recycling that capital.
And lastly, can you talk about your strategy surrounding ground leases?
As I mentioned before, we own 67% of a business called Safehold. When we set out with our strategic initiatives at the beginning of the year, we were focused on building a business that we could be great and dominant in, and we thought the ground lease business could be that business for us. So we launched that as a separate vehicle about 2 years ago with a handful of assets and a couple $100 million within our portfolio. As we sit here today, the business is nearing $3 billion and approximately 60 assets. And so we're very, very excited about the success we've had to date and the prospects in the future.
Great, Marcos. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
And for more on REITworld 2019, be sure to visit REIT.com.